touch anything else, is that clear? Just go and get a bucket of fertilizer. And without turning it over this time. Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago. A remarkable collection, I believe.
So you're the one in charge, eh?
A small favor for a friend. Now, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Bien sûr.
I am Martin Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. And that fellow yonder is Albert. He works here.
I am delighted to meet you. What can you tell us about the plants?
They were rare and exceptional plants. We presented them at our last exhibition. We haven't removed the stand yet. It is still in the large glass house. We only learned of their disappearance the evening after the exhibition, and nobody saw anything.
No doors were forced?
No, but I would imagine that for a thief it would be fairly easy to gain entry, for there are no guards here.
Well, if you don't mind, we will take a look. Now, you say that it is in the large glass house.
Yes, the one just behind me. Just a second, since Albert has nothing else to do. Albert, show these gentlemen where the exhibition was held.
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
Here it is. This is the place where the stolen plants were exhibited.
Thank you. Is there something the matter?
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but it seems to me that the tragedy that took place here only 2 days ago has been entirely forgotten already.
What tragedy are you referring to?
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn, he died here just 2 days ago.
We're very sorry. We were not aware. The 2 of you were good friends?
He was my father.
Oh dear. Our condolences. We should not be troubling you. Please do excuse us for the intrusion.
You say that he died here, in the large glass house.
Holmes?
Yes, just here, near the door to the colonial collection. He suffered a heart attack. Just like that. So suddenly. It was terrible. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I cannot remain
Où il a
here.
été
If you need
empoisonné.
me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the front of the large greenhouse.
Of course, we understand.
Bien. Bonjour YouTube. J'ai lancé la VOD vraiment au moment où la cinématique s'est déclenchée parce que je savais pas qu'en marchant 2 mètres, la cinématique allait se déclencher. J'espère que tu auras eu le début de la cinématique YouTube. Bienvenue dans cet épisode 5. Watson, c'est vraiment les compétences sociales et Holmes, c'est les compétences intellectuelles. Leur couple, c'est 50-50. Mais oui, ils sont complémentaires.
What should we do next, Holmes?
The plants were here. All of them were stolen.
Plants from the east and the land of the rising sun.
Do not touch.
Touche. Hop, j'ai touché. Liste des plantes.
Here is a list of the stolen plants.
D'accord, bah c'est super.
These trees, with their roots in water, must originate from Louisiana.
Ah, yes, the bayou. I remember our visit in the case of the Awakened.
According to Albert, this is where his
La
father,
ref.
Montague Dunn, was found dead.
La ref à Sherlock Holmes The Awakened qu'on a fait il y a quelques mois. Bon, nous on a joué à la version remasterisée de 2023 et pas à la version 2008. Mais effectivement, The Awakened était sorti avant Crimes and Punishments. Et quel bon jeu.
The traces are thinner in some places. These boot marks are fresh. It appears as though someone was dragging their feet. The footprints reveal that someone staggered here. Soil. It should have come from a flower pot. The soil on the side of this flower shelf is the same as that on the ground. Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here. The door was smashed at shoulder height. This door handle is new. It was recently changed. The esconson was breached near the handle.
Les coinçons.
The door was forced
Et
from
alors,
the
on
inside
raconte
of
tous les
the
jours.
colonial collection room. The handle was changed afterwards.
I think we need to inspect the colonial collection.
Bien sûr, Watson. J'ai ouvert la porte. Ah, qu'est-ce qu'on a ici?
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
J'ai tout vu ici. Même là, j'ai vraiment... Ouais. Ah, non, le pot.
This pot was broken fairly recently. A flower pot recently fell down from these shelves and was misplaced.
Voilà.
Very strange. Half of the colonial collection is absent. These windows were perfectly cleaned. The smell is strong. It is a detergent.
Le fait qu'il ait sniffé.
This broken fragment was the result of a heavy blow. A fragment of marble, most likely chipped from a statue or sculpture. Part of this greenhouse was emptied and thoroughly cleaned. This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Ok.
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building. These plants come from all the territories of the British Empire. This sign is broken. Something heavy was dropped upon it. According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Je pense qu'on va finir par le savoir.
According to this, they have
Très
light
important qu'il
and
répète,
moisture control in some parts of the building. Dry tropics.
Bon, techniquement, on a une double enquête ici. Il faut trouver les plantes qui ont été volées et le meurtre du père.
These flower pots are beautiful. They are intended to be used
Du
for
père.
exhibition purposes.
De l'assistant.
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
Ok. Un sas.
Dry tropics. There is a smell of burning. The symbol is not from Kew Gardens. A protective mask. Someone set it alight, but it did not burn. The plants were set alight fairly recently. Some have not completely burned. A broom handle was half burned. A door handle? Why would anyone throw such a thing in the fire? The door handle to the Colonial Collection and that of the fireplace are made of the same material. The remains of a picture frame.
Ok. C'est sympa les décors de ce chapitre. Et qu'est-ce que tu fais, Sherlock, là? T'es en train de léviter.
Colonial Collection. Nursery. A map of Kew Gardens. Seed house. Ventilation system. Dry tropics. Water lily greenhouse. Palm house. Director's office, cloakroom and laboratory. Reserve.
Au moins, on aura tout regardé.
A water tank.
Je suis bloqué. Ok.
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings. A ventilation system.
D'accord.
It should
Oui,
regulate
oui.
the temperature of the staff buildings.
Je pensais que tu voulais l'utiliser tout de suite. My bad.
Seed house. Locked.
Ah, locked. Watson, merci. Mais pourquoi est-ce qu'on peut l'utiliser? Ah, vraiment utiliser pour savoir, d'accord, où je suis, etc. Oui, oui, oui. C'est comme ça, oui, ça me paraît logique, mais comme de toute façon,
Locked.
je ne sais pas utiliser de
Seed
carte,
house.
ça sert pas à grand chose, quoi.
Nursery. Locked.
Tout est fermé. C'est fermé ici?
Locked.
Aïe, aïe, aïe.
Nursery.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Non. Au revoir. On se barre. On rigole.
Locked.
Locked. Non, moi je veux parler à Martine. C'est ça son nom, hein?
Albert told us about the tragic death of Mr. Dunn, the late director of Kew Gardens.
Tragic indeed. His heart attack was quite unexpected.
Would you unlock the doors for us?
Do you expect to find the stolen plants there? I am sorry, but those rooms are private.
C'est pas grave. On va crocheter les serrures.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation. Locked.
Et peut-être que l'assistant peut nous ouvrir.
Farmhouse.
D'ailleurs, on n'a pas fait son portrait.
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only. For I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then that is commendable.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Excuse me, but I have to tidy up this room.
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building. Water lily greenhouse. According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Ok, on est de retour ici. Très bien, il faut qu'on consulte les archives. Donc on retourne à Baker Street.
Here it is.
Le symbole du pot cassé. Ce glyphe veut dire divin. Ok. Ça a l'air d'être japonais. Non, peut-être pas. Chimie, oh, bon, encore moins, non.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
Ben, je sais pas.
That is not the one I need.
Symbole sur pot cassé.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
C'est parlier. Bonjour Liskel. Ah.
Here it is.
Ma foi.
The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
On est très près de Sherlock là. Ok. Comment ça va le dodo? Ben écoute, ça va. Enfin, la nuit a été chaotique. On va pas se mentir. Mais j'ai du coup été ce matin à la pharmacie et puis du coup j'ai pu prendre mon traitement et aller me recoucher et du coup là ça va beaucoup mieux. J'ai plus de vertige, voilà, j'ai plus rien. Je suis un petit peu fatigué et du coup j'ai un petit peu mal à la tête à cause de la fatigue, mais je préfère largement une bonne migraine plutôt que des vertiges et de la paranoïa parce que j'ai pas pris mon traitement, parce que j'ai pas pris mes antidép en 2 jours. Voilà. Tu vas rire, devine qui s'est fait prescrire des antidépresseurs aujourd'hui. Aïe, ouais. Bah écoute, comme quoi.
Someone should take Toby for a walk. Have you found something interesting?
C'est vrai que t'avais un rendez-vous ce matin à 10h. Je sais, si je ne m'abuse, parce que parfois je m'abuse. Hein.
Oh dear, Toby. I wasn't aware that you were Watson's new literary agent.
Je passe en face diag pour chercher un peu les raisons de mes problèmes et mon doc disait que c'est bien de commencer par là. J'en ai moins testé. Ok. Oui, bah écoute, c'est vrai que si ça peut t'aider, en vrai c'est une bonne chose. Et si au final ça ne te convient pas ou autre, bah c'est pas grave non plus.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Bah moi, je me suis rendu compte tout à l'heure que ça faisait actuellement 4 mois que je suis sobre d'anxiolytiques.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Ouais, je...
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
J'ai pas nécessairement compté les jours ni rien, quoi. J'ai pas de compteur sur mon téléphone ou autre. Mais j'avais... parce que je parlais justement de ça avec Méganté tout à l'heure. Et puis je me suis rendu compte que ça faisait 4 mois que j'étais sobre d'anxiolytiques parce que j'en étais dépendant.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Bah je sais pas, Watson. Et ça a été un long processus en vrai pour réduire les doses petit à petit jusqu'à jusqu'à arrêter complètement. Donc, mais je suis content de plus en être dépendant parce que ça, c'était quelque chose aussi. Hein. Parce que vraiment, si jamais... là, bon, je me dis, j'ai loupé mes antidep, j'avais déjà des vertiges, mais les fois où je loupais les deux en même temps, les effets secondaires que je me prenais dans la gueule, mon corps me détestait et je me détestais aussi. Voilà. GG, merci. Mais du coup, il faut faire quoi? Il faut aller... Il faut aller au fournisseur. Examiner l'endroit où Montague Dune a perdu la vie. Oui, mais c'est où? J'ai l'impression d'avoir tout visité. Tu m'étonnes, c'est bien la merde ce genre d'addiction sur ordonnance. Ouais, non mais vraiment. En vrai, comment dire? Je ressens effectivement le fait que je dors moins bien. Parce qu'effectivement, quand je prenais un comprimé de Lexomil juste avant de me coucher, je dormais bien. Donc certes, je dors moins bien, mais je ressens aussi du coup à quel point j'en étais dépendant et à quel point je suis mieux comme ça. Du coup, il faut... Watson, tu me bloques le passage? Ok, merci. Il faut retourner... Il y a quelque chose que j'ai pas vu là-bas. Comment ça? Non, c'est pas ici. Par là? Je sais plus. Moi, je me perds. Hein. De toute façon, ils ont mis une carte. À partir du moment où il y a une carte pour me repérer, on s'est foutu, moi.
Water lily greenhouse.
Trop cool, bravo, merci. C'était compliqué, mais je suis content d'être arrivé là. Ah, mais peut-être qu'il y a un... C'est où? Watson? Putain. Watson veut pécho Holmes. Mais je vois ça. Vu comment est-ce qu'il me colle. C'est pas là qu'il est mort, le Jean-Charles. Il y a peut-être un truc que j'ai pas examiné et c'est pour ça que... Est-ce qu'il y a un truc que j'aurais pas vu? Tac, tac, ça je l'ai vu. Ça je l'ai vu. Ça, je l'ai vu. Faut-il que j'aille enclencher le machin de ventilation? Ah! D'accord, bah mes excuses. Attendez, parce que peut-être que... Enfonce la porte. Renverse le pot.
No, it wasn't like that.
Ok, Sherlock. Il n'y a pas besoin d'être aussi condescendant, non? Peut-être. Mais dans ce sens-là, c'est encore plus con. Non? Ah, quoique. Ah non, c'était comme ça.
No, it wasn't
Ben non.
like that.
Mais... Sauf s'il y a un autre truc... Parce qu'il n'y a que 2 actions là. Quel est ce fuck? Je sais pas. Je peux pas vous dire mieux, je ne sais pas. Je peux... Non, c'était où? Là, c'était de l'autre côté, forcément. Attends. Oh là là, je suis perdu. Il y a trop de chemin. Là, c'est quoi? La pépinière, non. La grainerie, non. Ah, c'est là-bas. Oui. Est-ce que ça, on peut l'utiliser maintenant?
A ventilation system.
Non.
It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings.
Mais pourquoi est-ce que je comprends rien à ce qu'il faut faire pour cette affaire? Watson, tu pourrais m'aider, hein, au lieu de me reluquer comme ça. Je crois que je fais 115 fois le tour alors que peut-être pas forcément besoin. Mais... Toi, t'as rien à me dire?
Excuse me, but I have to tidy up this room.
Oui, ben range la salle. Pas besoin d'être aussi désagréable. Hein. Bon, c'est clairement dans cette pièce qu'il faut faire quelque chose, mais... Quelque chose ici. C'est cette action-là, mais... Je suis bloqué. Ok, c'est bon. Mais je comprends pas pourquoi... Enfonce la porte. Renverse le pot. Mais pourquoi tout à l'heure ça m'a dit non? Si c'est pas ça, c'est quoi? Il y a une autre action? Watson? Putain. J'ai fait ça tout à l'heure et ça m'a dit non, donc je sais pas en fait.
No, it wasn't like that.
Je suis bloqué. J'ai aucune idée de ce qu'il faut faire.
No, it wasn't like that.
Au niveau du détergent. Détergent. Ouais, dans... Alors il a juste enfoncé la porte?
No, it wasn't
No.
like that.
Est-ce qu'il faut que j'ouvre ça? Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose là? Non, absolument pas. Ouais, ouais. Ça va pas, Val. Watson, tu pourrais m'aider, hein. Si, je peux recliquer dessus. Ça, je l'avais vu. Alors, Internet. Ah, mais il faut lire un truc. Ah non, ça c'est... Quoi? Ah, d'accord, attendez, il y a un truc. Ok, tac. Tac. Apparemment... Putain, j'ai loupé le sang, quoi.
Blood. Someone fell violently against this sign.
Vous y
They
croyez,
were
vous?
injured in the clash, most likely a head wound. All the clues around here are quite suspicious. I need my imagination to make sense of it all.
Ah oui. Et maintenant, enfonce la porte. Non. Mais non. Putain. Renverse le pot. Tombe sur la clôture.
This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the Colonial Collection Room.
He was in a panic, or the door was locked. Was it an accident, or a murder then, I wonder?
Ok. Qu'on aille à la morgue. Le jeu a crash. Putain. Le jeu, il faut qu'il crache au moins une fois par stream. Vraiment. Ce jeu, en tout cas, est très bien optimisé pour être joué en 2025. Bah ouais, Unreal Engine, c'était pas trop ça en 2014, hein. Ok. C'est pour ça que j'ai la notif Benoît a lancé Sherlock machin chouette alors que t'es déjà en live. Aïe aïe aïe. Vraiment les notifs Twitch. Celle de Steam. Ah, de Steam. T'as des notifs Steam? Ah, mais oui.
I asked Inspector
Oui, oui, oui,
Lestrade
oui,
to
oui.
take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
Oui, parce que je viens de
It's ready
relancer
for
le...
autopsy then.
C'est bon. J'ai tout compris.
A beautiful feather pen of a good make. A membership card for the London Crest Club. This watch is of great value.
À Monsieur F. Wayne, directeur de l'imprimerie Wayne & Sons. Cher ami, vos affiches vantant la grande exposition de Kew Garden sont remarquables, mais il me paraît superflu de citer tout le personnel. Mon nom seul suffira. Montague Dunn. C'est quel genre de personne suffisante? Pas besoin de citer les gueux. Seul mon nom importe. Alors, la dépouille.
First of all,
Attention.
let us carry out an external examination. There are no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external examination, so that we can proceed with the autopsy. No redness, stings, or bruises. Nothing suspicious here.
Quel beau gosse!
The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal.
Vous trouvez pas qu'il a un air de David Harbour, mais en moche?
The air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma. There is an injury to the skull, most probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse. Now, let us examine the internal organs.
On va l'ouvrir. Oh non, il montre pas. Ah, il montre. Mais c'est mal fait! Putain. Pardon. On est en 2014. J'ai jugé hâtivement, je m'excuse. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça là? C'est dégueulasse.
The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant.
Hop, on remet les poumons.
The liver is enlarged. It would seem that he was suffering from an alcohol addiction.
Ah moi je suis en soixantenaire. C'est vrai.
The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs.
Oh, il a une petite cirrhose. Hop, on remet le... Ah, ça fait vraiment Docteur Maboul. Hein.
The heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs. The heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs.
Flop. L'estomac, il est d'une couleur absolument affreuse, non?
The stomach tissues show no visible pathological
Après, j'ai aucune idée d'à quoi
signs.
ressemble vraiment mais un estomac, c'est pas jaune-vert, c'est rouge, non? Rouge-rose.
There is a small amount of content. It appears
Là, il
that
est
he
moisi, son
rapidly
estomac,
lighted
là.
it only a short while before his death.
Ce qu'on a dedans, c'est rouge-rose. Donc...
The suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning. Plant poisoning, to be more
On est
exact.
d'accord.
You mean
Yes, it is murder.
we should inform Lestrade?
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The challenge, Holmes?
Qu'est-ce qu'il dit?
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
No, we also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim, Albert Dunn.
And also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish. Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
No, a few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs. Yes, Watson, it is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff
Puisqu'elle
building?
le perd.
I suppose that is necessary.
We should also be concerned with the victim himself. After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this already, aren't you?
More than a little.
C'est vrai. C'est très vrai. Qu'est-ce qu'il m'a dit? Ok. Il y a quelques temps, avec mes montées, on essayait de déterminer ce que je pouvais être. Parce que Je suis pas assez gros pour être bear, mais je suis pas assez maigre pour être twink. Du coup, on sait pas trop où est-ce que je me situe, quoi.
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, most likely maintenance
Tout est un
work,
spectre, tu vois.
tidying up.
Il est vrai.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
Dans mon cul. Bah ça, j'aimerais bien Val, mais bon...
As deputy director, how was your
J'ai rien dit,
relationship
méganté.
with Montague?
Je drague pas ton
To be
mec.
honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression, great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd
Switch.
orders, ignoring anyone
Comme
else's
la
opinion.
Nintendo.
He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action.
Les questions.
I'd say rather
C'est
he
des
was
questions très
overzealous
importantes, je trouve
and
que
chaotic.
c'est les questions qu'il faut poser.
So after all, it was no wonder perhaps that he ended up like that.
Ta
If we
carte
take into
d'identité.
consideration his kind of lifestyle.
Après, sur ma carte
You
d'identité, il n'y a pas
mentioned
écrit
that
si je suis
Mr.
top ou
Dunn
bottom,
led a
quoi.
particular
Ce serait quand même
lifestyle.
assez terrible.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed celebrating,
Tu
shall
vois.
we say. He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That and
And
he had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert
Alors moi,
keeps
je
all the
suis
keys.
poisson,
One can only imagine why.
ascendant lion,
What do you mean?
descendant
Well, he was never
verseau, je
interested in
crois.
Kew Gardens before. And now all of a sudden he is trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so. And I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work.
Ah ouais,
And
poisson
his father
ascendant
well
scorpion.
knew it. He was furious about it.
He was.
Poisson ascendant scorpion,
He forced
c'est
his son to work here.
un introverti
Never missed
qui
an
veut absolument
opportunity to
baiser, mais
criticize
qui n'y arrive pas parce
publicly.
que l'introverti, quoi.
Are you able to
C'est
elaborate on
vraiment
that?
comme ça que j'interprète.
For example,
Après, je suis pas
with our
forcément
last
astrologue,
exhibition
mais
here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave.
Moi, je suis
Everybody was
Sagittaire,
making
ascendant
fun
petit
of
con.
poor Albert.
C'est vrai.
It is, except for Miss Margaret
C'est
White,
vrai que toi,
who was such
tu
a
es
nice
une
lady,
belle...
who always takes pity on Albert.
Hop!
J'ai pas du tout écouté ce qu'ils étaient en train de dire par contre dans le jeu.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around
D'ailleurs, hier
Mr.
soir,
Montague Dunn.
enfin hier soir,
And why, he couldn't help but be
dans la
frightened by all her
nuit,
attention.
tôt le matin, quoi, parce que j'arrivais pas à dormir,
Intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through
j'étais
his
sur,
game.
sur
I can
TikTok,
only scratch my head and
et je suis tombé sur un TikTok de quelqu'un,
Tell me, Mr. Hamish,
d'une
do you
personne
grow the more deadly variety of plant
qui
here?
parlait un petit peu
You mean
de son,
insectivorous?
de
Yeah,
sa vie
about
vraiment
blood.
en général, de manière très générale.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Et en gros, elle parlait, enfin elle ou Yel d'ailleurs, puisque du coup c'est un petit peu le sujet du TikTok, de comment est-ce que son autisme avait une très forte influence sur sa non-binarité. Et apparemment, parce que du coup dans les commentaires, il y a des gens qui ont dit ça, il y aurait eu des études scientifiques qui prouvent la corrélation de à quel point la neurodivergence et en particulier l'autisme pourrait avoir du coup une influence sur la non-binarité. Et je trouve ça assez intéressant. Après, je sais pas à quel point c'est scientifiquement vrai, etc. Mais voilà. Je suis autiste et non binaire. Ouais, ça m'étonne pas. Ben, je trouvais très intéressant
Who
du
is
coup.
Miss Margaret
Parce
Wise?
que moi non plus, ça m'a pas étonné quand j'ai lu
She's
ça.
the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to
Mais
help
oui,
out with the greenhouse.
après c'est un spectre, donc c'est pas le cas
In
de
fact,
tout
she
le
should
monde.
be
Mais
here today. She
je
wanted
trouvais
to
ça
work at
super
the seed house.
intéressant.
That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
Pour ça que le terme neurogenre existe. Oh. Pourquoi mon message ne l'apparaît pas sur le stream? OBS me déteste. Quel message? Tout à l'heure j'ai eu une déconnexion du chat, donc celui du dessus apparaissait pas. Ah ok. J'ai ma psychiatre qui m'a parlé d'autisme quand j'étais en train de parler de transidentité parce que mon ressenti collait apparemment à ses études. Oui.
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Je sais pas si je peux retrouver...
At the moment, I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know
parce
much
qu'il y a
about
un commentaire que je trouvais très intéressant.
I imagine that your
Je sais pas.
relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Je crois que j'ai pas
Yes.
aimé ou
I cannot
enregistré
say
le
that he was a
TikTok,
kind
donc
man. He never listened to me at all.
effectivement.
He forced me to work here. But now,
Est-ce que je me rappelle du nom de la personne? Je crois que ça commençait par...
perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all.
Il y
I
avait un
have to
G
follow
après.
his path. I have to manage Kew Gardens. I can do it.
Ça peut-être.
I can be as good as any other who works here.
Non, là je tombe sur des choses bizarres.
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the deputy director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the deputy
Il
director.
faudrait qu'il y ait un historique
My father would
sur
not have
TikTok.
tolerated it.
Des TikTok que t'as vus.
Indeed. Well, that is most interesting. He told us that
Je
he
trouve ça
was.
quand même vachement terrible
Yes,
que
because
ça
he
n'existe
believes
pas.
that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead.
C'est terrible.
But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honor of being the garden's longest-serving employee.
Est-ce que j'ai déjà aimé un TikTok de cette personne?
Should
Oh,
be me
mais
who
je
takes
passe
over the
18
management
heures
of
sur
Kew
TikTok par
Gardens.
jour, je vais jamais retrouver.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Promis, je suis le jeu en même temps. Hein.
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious.
On dirait pas
He
comme
would
ça,
be
mais...
furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
Ah, c'est cette personne. C'est Bugfish et non pas Jus.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Voilà, c'était ce commentaire. Alors c'est en anglais. Du coup, de quelqu'un qui dit: My autistic husband usually says that he's not a man, but all of his masks are male. He only has a gender when he is perceived. But since he isn't bothered by the gender he is perceived to have, he just kinda goes with it. Moi, c'était assez ça. Ben, je trouve ça vachement intéressant, en vrai. Pour Femme, du coup. Ouais. Et du coup, voilà, c'était ça que j'avais vu. They've done studies on this. Neurodivergency often rejects boundaries, binaries due to a feeling of lack of agency or identity. Forced conformity. Do things this way because you should. Doesn't really work with us. Et je trouvais ça intéressant comme corrélation, même si ce n'est pas le cas pour tout le monde.
Le caca est cuit.
Le caca est cuit.
Le caca est cuit.
Le caca est cuit.
Alors. Ok, on peut ouvrir les portes maintenant. Et en fait, quand j'ai commencé à le questionner, je me suis rendu compte que j'étais full neutre, un mélange de femme, de masque et de neutre, et après est apparue la dysphorie. Et oui. Oula. Oh mais ça c'est chiant. Merde. Ça va prendre 150 ans. Et on passe. C'est bon, j'ai pas votre temps. C'est pour ça que je compare souvent ça à une boîte de Pandore. Quand j'ai mis les doigts dedans, c'était fini, je pouvais plus revenir en arrière. Ah bah je comprends complètement. Je crois qu'à partir du moment où tu te questionnes, c'est foutu. Cher ami, permettez-moi de vous témoigner ma déception à la lecture de votre dernière lettre. Je vous paie pour me défendre et non m'accuser. Kew Gardens est une institution royale. Nous avons l'occasion rare de sillonner le monde à la rescousse des espèces végétales les plus rares et précieuses. Notre devoir est de protéger ces espèces contre ceux qui désirent s'en servir à des fins inavouables. Ce divin syndicat dont vous parlez n'a aucun droit de détenir des plantes aussi précieuses. Rappelez-vous l'affaire du 14 juin 1889. Je vous demande donc à nouveau de bien vouloir notarier les autorisations relatives à ces plantes dont dispose Kew Gardens. Ces documents vous ont été envoyés lundi dernier. PS, je vous retrouve comme à notre habitude ce mardi au Boodles. Au Boodles. Mr. Dunn, nous exigeons pour la dernière fois le retour de nos chères sœurs. Quoi ? Vous n'avez aucun droit de les détenir en captivité car elles ne vous appartiennent pas. Vos prétendues autorisations sont pure imposture. Vous vous dissimulez derrière vos mensonges, seul à même, nul besoin d'en dire plus, que la presse a surnommé l'affaire du 14 juin 1889. Vos actes sont tout simplement odieux. Croyez bien que jamais nous n'abandonnerons nos proches. Nous regrettons de vous avoir accordé notre confiance.
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
Dette de Miss Margaret White envers Monsieur Montague Dunn. Location d'une suite sur Oxford Street, bourse à l'Université de Londres. Crédit en cours chez les tailleurs Hamilton et Radigan House ainsi qu'à la bijouterie de luxe Baird & Sons.
A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish. Newspapers discussing Kew Gardens.
Vraiment la mouche qui est sur moi là depuis 120 heures là, je vais... Ça va mal se passer entre nous, je te le dis. Une nouvelle espèce végétale. L'équipe de Kew Gardens a le plaisir d'annoncer l'aboutissement d'une nouvelle variété d'orge, totalement insensible au froid et baptisée de fait orge de Sibérie. Monsieur Martin Hamish, fier créateur de cette nouvelle greffe, tiendra une conférence de presse sur cette question lundi prochain au matin. Orge en sumérien. Ma très chère Margaret, suite à notre dernière conversation, il me paraîtrait préférable que tu quittes ton poste à Kew Gardens. Comme tu me l'as signifié sans embâche, tu n'as plus besoin de mon soutien. Tu es tout à fait capable, pour reprendre tes mots, de tenir seul ta place dans le monde. Soit, je te rends ta liberté avec tous mes vœux de bonheur. Montague Dunn. Ok. Champagne.
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste. French wine. A remarkable vintage.
Ok. Je pars en lurk. Des bisous. Ça marche les scales, merci pour ta lurk. Des bisous à toi. Peut-être à tout à l'heure si tu streams.
This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
Watson, ça va pas, hein?
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory.
Gold dust? Good heavens. What's it doing here?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. The bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint scent. We need a good nose.
Toby!
A botany book. This student's book belongs to Albert. Chemicals, a sufficient quantity for some serious experiments.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory. I don't hear anything.
Mais c'est parce que j'ai pas mis le cylindre. En même temps, voilà.
And it seems clear from these multiple experiments that plants to respond to their environment and have a form of consciousness. Margaret White, February 1895. Report number 245.
Study report.
Martin Hamish's perception of plants. The notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marginal, yet I remain convinced that some plants do indeed transmit chemical signals in the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish. Gloves, waterproof aprons, everything one might need for self-protection.
Do they grow dangerous plants here?
Oui.
Such masks are generally worn when dealing with toxic chemicals. It appears as though the protective equipment is missing from here.
Bah oui, il est en train de cramer.
Locked.
Holmes, Albert Dunn didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open it.
Oula, d'accord. Oula là. Non? Ok. Ah, d'accord. Ça devient trop compliqué pour moi là, je crois. Faut que je me trompe dans les touches. Comme ça là. Je sais pas ce que je fais. Je- Ah, oui, mais non. Oui, c'est-
Open. Martin Hamish's locker. A review on rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces.
Monsieur le secrétaire général, les événements qui ont eu lieu récemment à Kew Gardens m'obligent à renouveler ma candidature au poste de directeur. Comme je l'ai déjà souligné dans mes précédents courriers, j'estime que personne n'est plus apte à ce poste. Du vivant de Monsieur Montague Dunn, vous aviez émis des réserves d'ordre politique que je comprenais et respectais bien volontiers. Or, Kew Gardens est aujourd'hui en proie au désordre. Comment pourrais-je laisser faire? Comment abandonner le lieu entre les mains d'un individu sans expérience ni motivation? Je dois vous exhorter à prendre une décision en urgence afin que je puisse me vouer entièrement à la noble tâche qui m'attend et m'ôter le poids de cette incertitude.
Martin Hamish studied chemistry. Interesting. Father and I, Kew Gardens. Albert's locker. Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction. Albert Dunn has a great passion for shipbuilding and the sea. A rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
Académie de sous-officiers de la Royal Navy, centre de recrutement Londres. Monsieur, je suis au regret de vous informer que malgré vos excellents résultats à nos examens d'entrée, nous ne sommes pas en mesure de vous admettre à l'Académie de la Royal Navy. Monsieur Montague Dunn, votre père, a en effet exprimé son intention de vous confier la direction des jardins botaniques royaux de Kew et ne souhaite manifestement pas vous décharger pendant une année entière de formation dans la Navy. Veuillez accepter tous nos vœux de réussite à Kew Gardens. Très respectueusement, J.M. Le Marchand, directeur du centre de formation de la Royal Navy. Super.
Young Albert, standing with a woman in front of London University. Miss White's locker. These jewels must be worth a small fortune. A vanity purse. It is of high quality.
Margaret, c'est avec surprise que nous avons reçu ta lettre. Tu ne manques pas de toupet de nous demander de l'argent après nous avoir laissé sans nouvelles pendant toutes ces années. Voilà que tu daignes enfin nous faire part de ta réussite universitaire. Tu as sans doute honte de nous qui ne sommes pas de la haute comme tes nouveaux amis. Oui, nous sommes de modestes gens, mais tu devrais apprendre à faire passer ta famille avant tout, comme nous l'avons toujours fait. D'autant qu'aucun de nous n'a jamais terni sa réputation avec son employeur comme toi avec Mr. Dunn. Non, Margaret, c'est nous qui avons honte de toi. Tes parents. Super. Chère Margaret, conscient de vos problèmes financiers, je tiens à vous assurer que je ne saurais vous laisser en si mauvaise posture. Moi qui suis d'origine fortunée, je prendrai pour un honneur que vous daigniez accepter mon aide. Sincèrement, Albert.
Apparently, Miss White is a capable student. A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents. Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father. So it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation. I perceive that you are passionate about the Royal Navy.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
And yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say. Yes, that's correct. And in fact, my father was strongly against the idea. He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Oula. Ok. Ah. Hop. Tac. Ok, on a déjà fait tout ça. Alors, allons voir du coup les autres lieux qui étaient fermés à clé. Enfin, si je retrouve mon chemin, puisque...
Look, Holmes. This charming lady must be Miss White. She's entering the seed house.
Open.
Watson qui nous a foncé dessus là.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room. A book about ships. Nothing at all to do with plants. These leather gloves are new and of good quality. They do not appear to have been used. Materials for college study. They belong to Albert. This place serves as Albert's office.
Ok.
Good day to you, miss. You have some very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you, too. But
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I am
Mon
honored
bon
to
ami.
make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Yes, I am he.
What a pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
Gay.
Ah, qu'est-ce que j'ai loupé? Laisse-moi t'examiner. Madame. Ça commence par un C, ce qu'il y a écrit là. C'est célibataire. Ah, célibataire. Il y a écrit célibataire. Une alliance, c'est ça que tu veux? Un doigt là? Ah, tu veux. Très bien.
Yes, a theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh, yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss, after the tragedy that took place here.
Yes. The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
Would you happen to know why part of the Colonial Collection was cleared?
No, I have never been there.
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunn. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honor.
How well did you know Mr. Montague Dunn?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me. Although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Why so?
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
The Divine Syndicate. Does that name mean anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
Thank you, miss. None of the 3 people who work at Kew Gardens know why half of the colonial collection was cleared. So, someone is lying. It is obvious.
Très bien. Allons voir les autres. Les autres lieux.
Locked.
Bah non, du coup. Je viens de l'ouvrir, Sherlock.
The seeds of plant species are stored here.
Pardon, Watson. Merci, Watson. Watson. Putain. Tu nous fais faire le tour, Watson, tu te rends bien compte?
I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place.
Oh bah oui.
Here it is. The marble fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common. It is a bust of Montague Dunn. These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery. An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year. A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish. A thesis written by Martin Hamish. A glasses case. It is empty. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office. This poster is for an exhibition that Martin Hamish was directing, but it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens.
Okay.
This certificate belongs to Martin Hamish. He won a horticultural competition. We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window. There is a bust of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But why in that room in particular?
Oh, I don't know, but it has always been there.
It is strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection Room.
Really? Oh, well, so I am mistaken. It ought to have been removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunn requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Evidently. Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Evidently.
Excuse me, but I have to tidy up this room.
Ok. Les archives. Très bien. Retournons à Baker Street. Ah, et puis il fallait prendre Toby.
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do. Let us go to Kew Gardens.
Alors, les archives. Dans les journaux. Du coup, l'affaire du 14 juin 89. Scandale au Divin Syndicat, situé au 48 Grosvenor Street, Carleton Road. L'association dite du Divin Syndicat qui vénère le dieu roi Trewan, protecteur des plantes et des arbres, fait actuellement l'objet d'une enquête administrative. Les dirigeants de cette organisation sont en effet soupçonnés de malversations financières qui les exposent à des poursuites judiciaires. Toutefois, de nombreuses voix se sont élevées contre cette enquête, dénonçant un acharnement de l'État. Cette organisation privée qui se consacre à la défense de la nature compte bon nombre de notables du royaume, dont des personnalités politiques de l'opposition.
Here it is. And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
Ok. Déjà, on va emmener Toby. Parce que c'est le meilleur perso du jeu, tout simplement.
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance. Search, Toby. Search.
Toby sait ouvrir les portes. Toby est un bien bon chien.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
Une bouteille.
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here. There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes. A tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle. Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
C'est à demander à qui ça là? Je sais pas. Mais allons
If
au
I go
divin.
there, Toby will wait for me in the cab.
Oui.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
Un chemin par ici. Une énorme cloche.
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here. The Kew Gardens symbol. A fragment of a flower pot. Locked.
Bonjour. Gourou, ils l'ont appelé. D'accord.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock.
I am exalting the sun. A while can you wait? From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance, do not disturb.
Disturbed is most definitely the word.
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome you are. To introduce myself I shall. I am the Green Grand Mystic.
The Green Grand Mystic himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis, the divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration and meditation. You may say, the divine syndicate, glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge,
Quoi?
are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom.
Qui c'est qui veut spermatophyser à travers un partage cognitif?
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy they are.
Get.
Ah.
Get.
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy they are.
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower pots
Hydratez-vous.
in your yard. How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search. Sacrilege.
Tu t'es hydraté, Val?
Really now,
Tu t'es
there
hydraté,
was a
Méganté?
theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us. Were you involved?
No, those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump.
J'ai pas écouté, t'as dit quoi?
Done.
J'ai demandé si tu
Yes,
étais
that's what I
hydraté.
He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the
Bois un coup.
exhibition at his green
Tu bois
flying
peu, tu sais,
festive
Méganté?
gardens. But
Aucune
he
idée.
never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility.
Ah, j'ai une
So we
monster.
went in and saved them.
Ça, bon,
I see.
écoute, ok.
So, if you
Effectivement.
stole those rare plants from them,
Et tu as
then
quel
it
genre
means-
de monster?
I
Oui,
get it.
Golden Shower
Bravo,
contre la chaleur.
Holmes.
Let's go,
I think
Val.
this is solid.
Let's go.
No, we did not steal.
Classique.
We
Ok.
saved.
Ok.
Well, as a matter of fact, we were
Moi, j'ai une Duolingo dans le
I beg
dans le
your
frigo.
pardon. And yet you took all of the exotic plants
Enfin, une.
from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters,
T'as compris.
and so we stole theirs.
Mango loco, exactement. Parce que c'est ma préférée des monsters.
Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Trewan.
Our God King's name is Trewan, Green Grand Mystic.
Oh la, good, good, I like you. Here is the holy key to the wisdom place. Holy donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
Ça fait du bien de fou de mango loco super froid quand il fait chaud. On est d'accord.
From the burdens of
En dehors de
life,
ça,
it
je préfère
helps
les
to free.
classiques. Moi, j'ai de plus en plus de mal avec les classiques.
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
J'ai besoin de goût, de saveur.
Leave you to your meditation.
C'est parce que tu t'éloignes de l'autisme, ça. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Tu deviens neurotypique. Non. S'il vous plaît, je ne veux pas.
That should be the
Yeah.
raw sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of.
Hop là, un petit peu de coke.
It is rather delicious and of an excellent quality.
My word, Holmes. Their sap is like a form of cocaine.
Il a ouvert la porte mystique. Cage à chenilles.
Caterpillars.
Une
They are raised
chenille.
as food for certain plants. Let's take them.
On a pris les chenilles.
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Calme-toi, Méganté.
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Ça va aller.
These 3 plants are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition. I shall take them.
Hop là, on vole les plantes. Ni vu ni connu. C'est vrai que sortir de là avec 3 énormes pots, ça va pas du tout se voir.
This must be Trewan, the Divine Syndicate's god.
Eh ben,
This door is locked, but I
j'espère
can
qu'il
try
crève à
to
la fin du
open
jeu.
it.
Aïe, 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 aïe. Clément Sueur, devant de tels propos véhéments.
Gai. Gai.
Oh là là, je comprends pas. Sherlock Holmes. J'y arrive pas moi, je comprends pas là, avec les machins qu'il faut bouger là, je...
A vast amount of opium. These instruments are used for smoking opium. This cabinet is full of chemicals. They are the same as the ones we found in the laboratory at Kew Gardens. That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
Ok. C'est peut-être pas pour tout de suite.
You came to make a donation? Glory to Trewan!
Trewan, c'est un dieu breton. Je retourne me toucher. Coucher, bien évidemment. Une bonne nuit à toi, Val.
Follow my path, and better you will feel.
Allez se coucher à cette heure-ci. On aura tout vu. Merci mon cher Benoît. Mais de rien mon petit. Fais de beaux rêves. Je t'embrasse fort. Repose-toi bien.
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis. This is the bottle that we found hidden at Kew Gardens. Let us use a pipette to take a sample of the liquid and fill a test tube.
La pipette. Le retour de la pipette.
A colorless, water-based liquid. Quite a strong floral aroma.
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens. Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you. Red sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination. This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
Ok. Ah non. Empoisonnement, suis-je bête? Le syndicat a tué Dunn. Ah ouais, déjà quoi. Attendez.
According to the deadly plants information, in order to perform our experiment, we will need fertilizer and food. Caterpillars should do nicely. According to the deadly plants information, in order to...
Wait. Ah ok, j'ai compris. Là du coup on retourne au machin de chimie.
This substance is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens. Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment. I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask. A carnivorous plant. This is a strange and unusual plant. A prickly plant.
Ok.
No reaction. It appears to have fallen inactive after being disturbed. My word! It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack. How interesting. What a strong and effective defensive mechanism. I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating. It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid. This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it. It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid. How interesting. What a strong and effective defensive mechanism. I am interested in what might occur.
Ah, faut peut-être que je la déplace. Ok.
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary. The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Ok. Très bien, donc c'est White ou le syndicat. Ok.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation. Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious? Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa.
Ça marche, Clem. Bon appétit à toi. Merci d'être passé.
No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that
On
day?
arrive à la fin de l'enquête.
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
We shall see you again soon.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house.
I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Thank you, miss.
Merci, ma bonne dame.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
Inhale les spores. Fuis la pièce. Ah.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, It is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system. The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
Je sais plus où c'est. Je sais pas par où je passe, mais j'y vais. Ah. Ok.
Before starting the engine, I need to enable the power supply. The power is on. The engine has started. The ventilation system is working.
J'en peux plus du bruit de ces portes.
Now we need to see if we can activate the fans from Mr. Hamish's and Albert's space.
Quoi? C'est pas par là qu'il faut aller en plus. Je sais pas où il faut aller.
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system. Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one. This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system. Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
Oh là là, je me perds, mais je me perds. Je me perds de couilles. Ah, mais on l'a pas récupéré son phonographe à l'autre conne là. Bah. Ah, mais c'est pas ici. C'est là-dedans. Il est où? Ah, il doit être là. Non? Là. Putain.
Here it is. Cylinder Records.
These plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it. Miss White was in the laboratory, as she told us.
Le jeu a crash, je vais péter mes couilles. Il crache à chaque grosse sauvegarde. C'est un enfer quand même. Alors, il faut que je refasse... ouais.
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard. Let's go. Let's go.
Inspector, I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
Plus tard.
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry. Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry. Mr. Holmes?
Holmes, my God!
Yes. We found him like that.
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
Merde, il a peut-être juste décroché, il a peut-être pas forcément emmené à la morgue. Merde. On a peut-être fait un aller-retour pour rien. Ouais, c'est pas lui. Allez. Bah. Quoi? Attendez, il était bien. Putain, mais je suis une connasse! Mais pourquoi je peux pas interagir? Il est où le putain de corps de l'autre con là?
Locked. Locked.
Je vais péter un câble.
I must admit, it would be rather unusual to use a poisonous plant as a murder weapon.
putain, il était là.
The mark around the neck is very visible. He died instantly.
La vie m'est devenue un insupportable enfer. Dunn méritait certes sa mort, mais je ne peux me pardonner d'avoir son sang sur les mains. Les Amish ont toujours été victimes des circonstances et je n'ai fait de toute évidence pas exception. Je dois expier ici et maintenant. Adieu.
Holmes, his left shoe is unique. This anomaly is often a characteristic of...
A club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
Oui, et donc
Something about this rings very oddly.
Why do you say that, Mr. Holmes?
Why? Because of Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have noticed it.
But, Mr. Holmes, I can't see why.
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunn was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it, taking into consideration the condition of his foot.
Well, it is still possible.
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
You mean to say that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct. Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea had not occurred to me, Mr. Holmes.
I have another idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
Precisely.
The map at the entrance of Kew Gardens should help us with our timeline.
Let us analyze the facts
Oula.
and statements so that we may recreate the events of that morning.
Excusez-moi, mais... Alors... Martin Hamish et Montague Dunn sont allés retrouver Albert à la grainerie vers 9h30. Ok. Ouais, mais ça, du coup, je le mets où? Là? Bah non. Ah, si. Il était environ 10h moins 20 quand Hamish et Montague Dunn sont sortis dans l'arrière-cour. Ah oui, mais non, c'est pas forcément... Attends, Martine et Montagu. C'est ça. Hop. Là, il y a de nouveau Martine et Montagu. Ok. Ok. Je sais pas là. Ok. Voilà, là ça fait plus sens. Ah, il y a un problème. Ah, mais... Je comprends pas. Alors c'est ça? Ah bah, ok.
Let us summarize. Montague Dunn was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time. Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time. Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunn.
But Holmes, how can you be certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
I am using it. I do use it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase all traces of her implication. After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one final trace remaining, the deadly plants of the Divine Syndicate. She will be there.
Very good. Shall we go?
Just one moment. Now listen to me, Watson. I shall see her alone. You will conceal yourself behind her, quietly.
Whatever are you planning?
Nothing spectacular. The impulses of women have always been a mystery to me. But she is a bold one, and so we must be cautious.
All right. You can count on me, Holmes.
Sherlock qui prouve encore qu'il est gay.
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You do not seem surprised, Miss White.
Well, I was expecting you.
Not for too long, I believe. So please tell me, as it is still unclear, who planned the murder? Was it you?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him to take on a more prominent role.
You could not be further from the truth.
You think that you can fool me?
You don't care what I think.
I am not blaming you, Miss White. You are a young and brilliant woman, trapped in a dull and hostile world. Life has never been easy, men in particular.
You... It is hopeless.
Indeed. Well, it may be true that I cannot yet change the world, but I can spare your life.
My life. There is nothing left to save. I have lost everything. Do you hear me? Everything! And you were just like all the others. You would abuse and take advantage of a vulnerable woman.
I hardly think so. Now just listen to me.
I've tried so hard, but I have had
Tried
enough.
so hard.
Miss White, no! I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Non! Mais jeu de con.
This is tragic, Holmes.
Are you able to do anything?
I'm afraid not. The poison has been
On va rejouer, hein.
formulated in her heart
On va refaire le truc, hein.
slowly, poor child. But Holmes,
Slay. Pourquoi Slay?
Mr. Herb.
I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to
Super
stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Well
Voilà.
done, Watson. She was not faking.
Miss White, you have no right to take your own life.
Dr. Watson,
Ah ouais, tu parles à ton Link?
did you just save me?
Ah ouais?
Or worse?
Ok. Ça va se lécher le baltrou ou quoi? Bon, faut que j'arrête de parler.
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson,
We have. Where to?
to the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation.
parce
It is
que-
on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet. They...
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year.
Pourra parler
Read the
quand
menu.
t'arrêteras. Jamais j'arrêterai, mais tu m'entends?
Right.
Jamais.
We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes,
Jamais.
and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in
Bon,
Danny
d'accord.
Nutcracker's way. Ah, sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in
C'est vrai que plus que moi,
homemade
j'aime
juice. And it goes on.
Quoi?
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Or we can't
Ah,
go there.
okay.
We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of
Oui, oui,
those
oui,
poor
oui,
children.
c'est-
We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there
Je vais le
something
démonter.
wrong?
Mais c'est fou
Don't
d'être
tell me the
jalouse
dinner
pour
is
ça quand
cancelled.
même. T'es au courant qu'il y
Mr.
aura
Holmes is my
que
brother,
c'est
Leighton.
second degré.
He's in a
Tu
prison
auras
cell.
jamais rien
They
entre
say
lui et
he's
moi.
killed 2 men.
D'autant plus que je ne le
You have to
connais
help
pas.
us, Mr. Holmes,
Enfin, je-
because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
Je vais te défoncer, mes
And
gars.
forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Bah ton cerveau, on va l'enculer. Cher monsieur Holmes, je vous écris pour vous remercier d'avoir élucidé cette horrible affaire. J'ai d'abord eu du mal à envisager comment Miss Margaret White, une jeune femme pourtant aussi ravissante, exceptionnelle, avait pu planifier et commettre un meurtre aussi horrible avec son collègue Hamish. C'est bien connu que plus une femme est belle, moins elle est capable de faire des choses. Connard. J'étais hors de moi, mais quand j'ai voulu me mettre à sa place, j'ai commencé à comprendre. Malgré tout son talent et sa beauté, Miss White n'était pas en mesure d'achever ses études faute d'argent, alors que mon père menait grand train sans le moindre scrupule. Merci de votre générosité à son égard. Elle n'est plus là que déjà elle me manque. Sincères salutations, Albert Dunn. C'est pour ça que j'arrive à rien. Allez!
Hello, Toby. All you need now is a shawl and a mop cap, and you could be Mrs. Hudson's younger sister.
Madame.
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
Bien, on va pouvoir mettre fin à cette VOD là, puisqu'on arrive à la dernière affaire, secret au clair de lune, la 6e. Comme quoi, la 4e affaire a duré 1 heure, et là la 5e elle a duré 2h45. Ils ont pas vraiment bien timé. Bah bon. YouTube, j'espère que cette 5e enquête et ce 5e épisode t'aura plu. On se retrouve demain pour le dernier. Des bisous, porte-toi bien, commente, mets un j'aime, abonne-toi, lâche un nude, croque mon cul.